Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Without qualification, used informally as often pejorative intensifiers. A perfect idiot. Make perfect or complete. Perfect your French in Paris. A tense of verbs used in describing action that has been completed, sometimes regarded as perfective aspect. Being complete of its kind and without defect or blemish. A perfect circle. Precisely accurate or exact. Perfect timing. Without qualification, used informally as often pejorative intensifiers. An errant fool. Without qualification, used informally as often pejorative intensifiers. A complete coward. Perfect and complete in every respect, having all necessary qualities. A complete gentleman. Having come or been brought to a conclusion. The harvesting was complete. Highly skilled. A complete musician. Write all the required information onto a form. Complete a pass. Come or bring to a finish or an end. She completed the requirements for her master's degree. Complete or carry out. Bring to a whole, with all the necessary parts or elements. A child would complete the family. Having every necessary or normal part or component or step. A complete meal. Without qualification, used informally as often pejorative intensifiers. A consummate fool. Perfect and complete in every respect, having all necessary qualities. Consummate happiness. Having or revealing supreme mastery or skill. A consummate artist. Fulfill sexually. Consummate a marriage. Make perfect. Bring to perfection. Without qualification, used informally as often pejorative intensifiers. A double-dyed villain. Without qualification, used informally as often pejorative intensifiers. Continuing forever or indefinitely. Life everlasting. Any of various plants of various genera of the family Compositae having flowers that can be dried without loss of form or color. Without qualification, used informally as often pejorative intensifiers. Gross negligence. Repellently fat. Conspicuously and outrageously bad or reprehensible. Gross ineptitude. Visible to the naked eye, especially of rocks and anatomical features. The entire amount of income before any deductions are made. 12 dozen. Conspicuously and tastelessly indecent. A revoltingly gross expletive. Before any deductions. Gross income. Earn before taxes, expenses, etc. Lacking fine distinctions or detail. The gross details of the structure appear reasonable. Without qualification, used informally as often pejorative intensifiers. Pure folly. In a state of sexual virginity. Pure and vestal modesty. Of color, being chromatically pure, not diluted with white or gray or black. Concerned with theory and data rather than practice, opposed to applied. Pure science. Free from discordant qualities. Free of extraneous elements of any kind. Pure air and water. Used of persons or behaviors, having no faults, sinless. I felt pure and sweet as a new baby. Without qualification. Used informally as, often pejorative, intensifiers. What a sodding mess. Without qualification. Used informally as, often pejorative, intensifiers. Stark staring mad. Used of eyes, open and fixed as if in fear or wonder. Staring eyes. Without qualification. Used informally as, often pejorative, intensifiers. Stark staring mad. Providing no shelter or sustenance. A stark landscape. Devoid of any qualifications or disguise or adornment. Facing the stark reality of the deadline. Severely simple. A stark interior. Complete or extreme. Stark poverty. Without qualification. Used informally as, often pejorative, intensifiers. A thorough nuisance. Performed comprehensively and completely, not superficial or partial. Made a thorough search. Painstakingly careful and accurate. Our accountant is thorough. Without qualification. Used informally as, often pejorative, intensifiers. A thoroughgoing villain. Performed comprehensively and completely, not superficial or partial. Thoroughgoing research. Without qualification. Used informally as, often pejorative, intensifiers. The unadulterated truth. Not mixed with impurities. Unadulterated maple syrup. Without qualification. Used informally as, often pejorative, intensifiers. Utter nonsense. Articulate. Either verbally or with a cry, shout, or noise. He uttered a curse. Complete and absolute. Utter seriousness. Express in speech. Express audibly. Utter sounds, not necessarily words. He uttered strange sounds that nobody could understand. Put into circulation. Utter counterfeit currency. Make perfect or complete. A whetstone made of fine gritstone, used for sharpening razors. Sharpen with a hone. Hone a knife. A tense of verbs used in describing action that has been completed, sometimes regarded as perfective aspect. The aspect of a verb that expresses a completed action. A tense of verbs used in describing action that has been completed, sometimes regarded as perfective aspect. A tense of verbs used in describing action that has been completed, sometimes regarded as perfective aspect. Not diminished or moderated in intensity or severity, sometimes used as an intensifier. Unmitigated suffering. Without fault or error. Understood perfectly. Of language, not having its purity or excellence debased. Learn to speak pure English undefiled. Free from stain or blemish. Of language, not having its purity or excellence debased. Uncorrupted English. Not decayed or decomposed. Not debased. Though his associates were dishonest, he remained uncorrupted. A perfective tense used to express action completed in the past. More than perfect. He spoke with pluperfect precision. Capable of becoming or being made perfect. Make clean by removing dirt, filth, or unwanted substances from. The dentist cleaned my teeth. Free of restrictions or qualifications. A clean bill of health. Free from clumsiness, precisely or deftly executed. He landed a clean left on his opponent's cheek. Of a manuscript, having few alterations or corrections. A clean manuscript. Clean one's body or parts thereof, as by washing. Clean up before you see your grandparents. Not spreading pollution or contamination, especially radioactive contamination. A clean fuel. Completely, used as intensifiers. Clean forgot the appointment. Exhibiting or calling for sportsmanship or fair play. A clean fight. Remove unwanted substances from, such as feathers or pits. A weight lift in which the barbell is lifted to shoulder height and then jerked overhead. Of behavior or especially language, free from objectionable elements, fit for all observers. Good clean fun. Of a surface, not written or printed on. A clean page. Morally pure. Led a clean life. Free from impurities. Clean water. Of sound or color, free from anything that dulls or dims. Efforts to obtain a clean bass in orchestral recordings. Remove unwanted substances from. Clean and tidy up the house. She house cleans every week. Free from sepsis or infection. A clean, or uninfected, wound. Remove all contents or possession from, or empty completely. The boys cleaned the sandwich platters. In conformity with the rules or laws and without fraud or cheating. Be cleanable. This stove cleans easily. Deprive wholly of money in a gambling game, robbery, etc. The other players cleaned him completely. Free from dirt or impurities, or having clean habits. Children with clean shining faces. Free of drugs. After a long dependency on heroin, she has been clean for 4 years. Not carrying concealed weapons. Of a record, having no marks of discredit or offense. A clean voting record. Remove shells or husks from. Clean grain before milling it. Remove while making clean. Ritually clean or pure. Thorough and without qualification. A clean getaway. Without difficulties or problems. A clean test flight. Become clear. The sky cleared after the storm. Accurately stated or described. Free of restrictions or qualifications. A clear winner. Make free from confusion or ambiguity. Make clear. Pass by, over, or under without making contact. The balloon cleared the treetops. Grant authorization or clearance for. Affording free passage or view. A clear view. Yield as a net profit. Make as a net profit. The company cleared $1 million. A clear or unobstructed space or expanse of land or water. Easily deciphered. Earn on some commercial or business transaction. Earn as salary or wages. He clears $5,000 each month. Settle, as of a debt. Clear a debt. Go unchallenged. Be approved. The bill cleared the House. Especially of a title, free from any encumbrance or limitation that presents a question of fact or law. I have clear title to this property. Pronounce not guilty of criminal charges. The suspect was cleared of the murder charges. Freed from any question of guilt. Was now clear of the charge of cowardice. In an easily perceptible manner. Could be seen clearly under the microscope. Characterized by ease and quickness in perceiving. Clear mind. Of sound or color, free from anything that dulls or dims. Clear laughter like a waterfall. Clear and distinct to the senses, easily perceptible. As clear as a whistle. Free the throat, by making a rasping sound. Rid of obstructions. Completely. Read the book clear to the end. Allowing light to pass through. Clear water. Characterized by freedom from troubling thoughts, especially guilt. A clear conscience. Clear from impurities, blemishes, pollution, etc. Clear the water before it can be drunk. Clear of charges or deductions. A clear profit. Free from clouds or mist or haze. On a clear day. Free from confusion or doubt. A complex problem requiring a clear head. Free from contact or proximity or connection. We were clear of the danger. Free from flaw or blemish or impurity. A clear perfect diamond. Free from payment of customs duties, as of a shipment. Go away or disappear. The fog cleared in the afternoon. Make a way or path by removing objects. Make clear, bright, light, or translucent. The water had to be cleared through filtering. Pass an inspection or receive authorization. Clear customs. Readily apparent to the mind. A clear and present danger. Remove. Clear the leaves from the lawn. Remove people from a building. Clear the patrons from the theater after the bomb threat. Remove the occupants of. Rid of instructions or data. Clear a memory buffer. Sell. We cleared a lot of the old model cars. The state of being free of suspicion. Investigation showed that he was in the clear. Be debited and credited to the proper bank accounts. The check will clear within 2 business days. The absence of heat. The coldness made our breath visible. The sensation produced by low temperatures. He shivered from the cold. Sexually unresponsive. was cold to his advances. Without compunction or human feeling. In cold blood. A mild viral infection involving the nose and respiratory passages, but not the lungs. Will they never find a cure for the common cold? Lacking originality or spontaneity, no longer new. Color, giving no sensation of warmth. A cold bluish gray. Extended meanings, especially of psychological coldness, without human warmth or emotion. A cold unfriendly nod. Feeling or showing no enthusiasm. A cold audience. Having a low or inadequate temperature or feeling a sensation of coldness or having been made cold by e.g. ice or refrigeration. A cold climate. Having lost freshness through passage of time. A cold trail. Lacking the warmth of life. Cold in his grave. Marked by errorless familiarity. Had her lines cold before rehearsal started. Of a seeker, far from the object sought. So intense as to be almost uncontrollable. Cold fury gripped him. Unconscious from a blow or shock or intoxication. The boxer was out cold. English physician who first described Down syndrome, 1828 to 1896. Understood perfectly. Had his algebra problems down. Soft fine feathers. Extending or moving from a higher to a lower place. The down staircase. Fine soft dense hair, as the fine short hair of cattle or deer or the wool of sheep or the undercoat of certain dogs. Spatially or metaphorically from a higher to a lower level or position. Don't fall down. Lower than previously. Prices are down. Filled with melancholy and despondency. Downcast after his defeat. Eat up completely, as with great appetite. Some people can down a pound of meat in the course of one meal. Cuz to come or go down. The policeman downed the heavily armed suspect. Improve or perfect by pruning or polishing. Drink down entirely. He downed 3 martinis before dinner. Shoot at and force to come down. American football, a complete play to advance the football. You have 4 downs to gain 10 yards. Becoming progressively lower. The downtrend in the real estate market. Being or moving lower in position or less in some value. Lay face down. Being put out by a strikeout. 2 down in the bottom of the 9th. Bring down or defeat an opponent. Not functioning, temporarily or permanently. We can't work because the computer is down. Shut. The shades were down. Usually plural, a rolling treeless highland with little soil. Away from a more central or a more northerly place. Was sent down to work at the regional office. To a lower intensity. He slowly phased down the light until the stage was completely black. Understood perfectly.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.